Story's important. You can see this around a campfire, right? The crack of flames as they beckon you closer for warmth or kind of drive you back because of the heat. The smell of burning wood, the jokes, the amazing stories, the reliving of memories in ways that make it impossible not to laugh. Sometimes the stories are true. Most of the times they're a little bit exaggerated, but that really doesn't matter. It's just a way to invite us to connect better to the emotion of the moment. It's hard not to feel a connection with others when you're in those environments, and I truly love a good campfire. But I believe we also often tell two types of stories with our lives. The first being a story about us, which tends to be a small one. And that small story can make it hard for us to get out of the weeds of our own life to see where we're going and what is the point. But the second story is a greater one. That's the story God's telling through us. That's the story of his faithfulness and selfless love toward you and me. It's a story worth listening to, and it happens to be the same story that he's telling today through you, if you have eyes to see it. There's a story in the Bible that talks about God inviting his people to be brave and to trust him. And as they entered into the land that he had promised them, leaving their past of disbelief and stepping into trust, the people were told to pile up stones, memorial stones, stones of remembrance. It was a monument to remind them of God's faithfulness in times past and his unchanging faithfulness as they were going to move forward into the unknown future. And we have an opportunity to set up memorial stones for ourselves and our children and their children. And these stones are amazing stories of God's faithfulness to us in times past. These are the stories that will point us and the future generations towards continued hope in him. There's an epic adventure to be found if you would trust him. Let the Father tell his story through you. In this, we find life in fullness. And I pray that it never ends. And I know it will cost everything. And I'm confident it's worth every last cent. So would you trust him? It's the most important decision of your life. And would you join us for a Summit Story workshop and discover the adventure that he has for you? I can't wait to see you there.